Okay. Hi everybody, we're back, and what we're trying to do is trying to get an image in the background of this H1 header. Okay. And to do that, you need a picture. Okay. You guys can have your own pictures, and I actually totally encourage that. But what I also have is we have images like over here of houses that you can use, and this is Gable one. This is like sort of the best one. If I got some time, I can work on this, but you can also Photoshop them as well. But what you want to do is you want to get a copy of this. So what I want to do is I'm going to right click on the link and then it says save link as. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in your bouncy house and put it in images. And if you call it Gable 1, okay, I already have a copy of it, so I'll just replace it. But what happens is if you go to, it'll save a copy of the file basically, and that's fine. So if you go back over here, I'm in the wrong place here. Let me see. There we go. Go to Bouncy House. Go to Images. See, I have a saved copy of that PNG, and what I want to do is I want to put this on my Bouncy House picture. I want to put that Gable in here. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. So the way to do that is you have to do it with CSS. But if your images is saved in the right place, then everything will be fine. So what you need to do is go over here, and in H1 what we're going to do is we're going to add some stuff to this. Okay, and we're going to say background image. There's a property for that too. Okay, and it's going to equal a URL. Okay, and what we're going to do is just put in the location of where the file is, and if it's in your project folder, and if it's in the images, you can go like this. You can say dot dot to get you back up to the project folder level, and then say images, and then you can say Gable. Okay. Let's see if I spell Gable 1 right. PNG. Okay, like that, and then that should be okay. And let's see, let's do a save all and then see if this works. Okay, so I'm gonna open in browser, and then what happens is, that's good. See, Bouncy House shows up. I don't know if I like the red behind it, but this is kind of cool. One of the things too is that it's sort of not centered, and you get this sort of background repeat that's going on here. Okay, so if I stretch this folder or this window out infinitely, it would kind of keep repeating, which is what background images do. And we don't want that. So what we got to do is put in a couple of commands to kind of control that. Okay, so we'll say there's a thing called background repeat. Yep, and that's what we want. And we're gonna say no repeat. Okay, that's specific stuff to JavaScript. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna say background size, and this is another thing too, is that you can make it make sure that it will go and say cover. Okay, that'll be something to do. So let's take a look at that. And what it does is it just makes sure that the image is covered in the whatever the box you're in, and the box you're in according to the document object model is the H1 box. So we're gonna look at that. And there it is. That's pretty darn great. Okay, so it's like pretty centered, looks pretty good. Okay, things like that. That looks good. So we like that, and we're gonna move on from there. Okay. So let me see here. Let me talk on the canvas div. Let's deal with the canvas div first here. Okay, so I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work on the canvas div. I'm gonna say my right. I'm gonna make sure, and this is the box that's holding the whole canvas. It's this thing right here. Okay, and what we're gonna say is my canvas div. We say width equals 100%. Okay, so it's like taking up the full width, which is good. And we're gonna say text align center. So everything's sort of centered in the canvas div, which is helpful. Okay, and then for my canvas, and notice that the sharp sign you use for ID'd things. Okay, so we're gonna try to actually style my canvas right here, right? So here's how you do it. We're gonna go like this, and we're gonna say display. And that's to make sure it like kind of fits with the DOM document object model. It's like a block element, so it's going to be like a little box. That's what's going on there. Okay. And we're going to say background color, and we're going to pick a color. We could actually say white. No, I think we don't want that. We want to like make it background color for my. I guess we like go with Dodger blue. Let's say for right now. Okay. And no. I think in the canvas we actually want this to be white. Something like that. Okay. I also kind of figured out like a kind of an orangey color, which looks like this. But I want you to pick your own color. That's sort of an orangey color, okay? Something like that. And let me see here. And then we're going to put a border on it so we can see it. I'll make it like 2 pixels. Make it solid. And I don't know, I'm just using this one color here. This is a kind of a purple color. Let's say that that's purple because that's weird. And then we're going to go like this to center it. We're going to say margin left auto. We're going to say margin right auto. And this is where all the smarter way is paying off, because this is how you do this with something that you want to do it. Something you want to center, and we're going to say margin top. Is going to equal 0 because I want it to be set up to the top. And then we'll say, I think we're okay. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that gets you the canvas and the div. So let's save that. And we'll show that. Okay, and that's great. See, we got this like, I don't know if I like the orange color. We can make it a little bit wider too to fit the picture. Right? Let me see what we can do about that. So, what's the width on this thing? Yeah, I'd make this maybe like 850 maybe. Let's try that. And that's not bad. See, that looks pretty good. I guess I tried to match this to this, but let's make this white. This is like sort of weird. So, let's make this white. So we'll go like this and just say white. Okay. And that's easy enough. And there you go. Okay, so we got that. That seems actually pretty good. And then we have to just sort of style this, the menu bar. So let's see if we can get that done. Okay. So the menu bar, whoopee, is special. So we're going to go like this. We're going to say menu bar. And what I'm doing is I'm IDing the menu bar that was up here. It's this ID. So this and this match. So the styling in here will match that. And we'll say width equals 100%, of course, because we want the menu bar to go all the way. We'll say height is going to equal, I don't know, I just kind of said 48 pixels. This is personal decision by me, but it seems okay. Oh, I forgot to do this. That would do that. Oof. Okay, there you go. I say margin is going to equal 0 because I don't want any margins sitting between me and my top and bottom. I'm going to say padding equals 0 for the same reason. I want this to be tight. I'm going to say padding top maybe like 5% to give it a little bit of top. And then I don't know, I kind of picked a background color. I don't know if this is any good. And I'm gonna pick this. But you guys can totally pick your own, okay? Like don't use these colors. And we'll see what they look like. Okay, so I got this big purple menu bar here. Maybe that could be lower. Yeah, but it's super purple. It's a little bit garish. We gotta like deal with it. I'll come back to you tomorrow with that, with better color pictures, color picking. Let's go to like 36 here, because that's a big thing here. That's better, and you can see more of it. That's good. But let me see. Let's get the buttons working then, okay? But it's pretty good. It's looking like right. Okay, I have a sort of a color issue that I have to kind of deal with. But I got a couple of minutes here, and I can deal with the menu item. Okay, so the hashtag means something that's been ID'd. Okay, when you have a class like a button, let me see that again. See these classes. If you want to style them, then you use the period. So we'll try to do that. So go like this and say period, menu, item. Okay. And we're going to style these guys. So let's see. I'm going to use the Lacquer float family. Okay. And I'm going to go in here and say that. Okay, whoops. So what I want to do, go like that. Okay. And then I'm going to pick a font size for them. It's going to be 1.5 EM is what I kind of picked before. I'm going to use a background color, and it's going to be the same as the background color here before, just to make sure that that's good. I probably can cut this. It's probably extraneous, but we'll try it. I'm going to put a color here for the text, and it's going to look like this. But you can pick your own colors from the color picker. That's good. And then the big thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say float left, so that they won't be like on top of each other anymore. Okay, I'm going to say width. I don't know. Let's see what that looks like if I say 35%. Okay. I'm gonna